but I'm gonna fly to Portugal when I'm bigger, and I will play soccer, and I will be on Ronaldo's team, and I'll have the same number with
Same number as Ronaldo? Okay. Abby, oh, your face all dirty now. Do you have any tissues or something in your pocket?
Do you want to see? There's a a tree.
It's Daddy.
Hi, do you guys get candy canes up front?
We did. Thank you so much.
Bro, what are you doing? That's not for your nose. Was your nose running?
Yeah.
Why were you doing that? Everly, look at Daddy. Everly. It's funny,
Hello, everyone.
Mommy, what does green candy cane taste like?
Good question. Maybe like a Grinch.
Oh.
Hello, everyone. We are the Canadian Disney family coming to you live from such an exciting festive night. We are so excited to bring this to you live. We are on the City Sightseeing bus, double-decker bus here in Toronto. The double-decker bus that does a tour around Toronto all year long. But this time of year, it is such a special occasion because it tours around the city, seeing the most festive Christmas lights and the city's best Christmas events.
Yeah.
You will get to see it live here with us. So thanks so much for hanging out with us here tonight. Thank you so much for being here. And we're here at Yonge and Dundas Square, right at the heart of Eaton Center here. And we are right at the top first row. And we want to give a big thank you to the City Sightseeing tour bus today for this amazing opportunity. And then we get to hang out with you guys live on the bus. So thank you so much for joining.
You guys hear me? Hey, how are you?
Good, how are you?
Hey, thanks for coming out to December, riding with the Festive Light Store. Appreciate having you here. My name is Mashal. I'll be your tour guide today. Muhammad is your bus driver. We're going to have a really exciting little tour here. We're going to see a little bit of the festive displays. We're going to see some of the holiday stuff. We'll also get into some history of Toronto too. So it'll be a nice little ride around Toronto. Let's start with Sankofa Square on your right. Now, real quick, this square is called Yonge and Dundas Square because this is Yonge Street. That's Dundas Street. So Yonge and Dundas, the intersection. It's going through a name change right now. It's called Sankofa Square. We'll go more into that in a minute. On your left, this is the Eaton Center shopping mall. The largest Christmas tree right now in North America is in there. It's like 144 feet. I mean, it's been overtaken before, but right now in North America, that's the largest Christmas tree. So go in there, check it out. You know, when we used to have our Santa Claus parade, which I'll be talking about along through the tour, it used to like end here all the time in the department store. And Eaton Center used to manage the Santa Claus parade, but over some time some other people took over it. We have a lot of time to talk about it, but the Eaton Center is the busiest shopping mall in Canada. The biggest would be the West Edmonton Mall in Alberta. So they claimed that before the pandemic, there were more people walking around the Eaton Center than Disneyland and Disney World combined. Don't know who did the numbers in that, but let's not forget, anybody can walk into a mall and buy a ticket to go to Disneyland. So of course there's more people here. So if you're doing holiday shopping, you know, there you can't go wrong with the shopping mall that is the Eaton Center. Since we do have some time, why is it called Sankofa Square? So Canada was actually the first country to abolish slavery between the US and the British Empire. US had the abolitionist movement. British Empire was doing it in 1807. We did it in 1793. So what happened was Henry Dundas was a politician that slowed down the abolition of slavery. So Canadians lobbied for the name to be changed. It's now called Sankofa Square. But people still call it Yonge and Dundas because old habits die hard, right? There's two universities downtown. Coming up on your right, that's the Toronto Metropolitan University, built in 1948 after the Second World War to fill the need for skilled tradespeople. It used to be called Ryerson. We'll get into that too. You know, Ryerson built most of our education systems. Some of them, unfortunately, were the residential schools oppressed the indigenous community, so they changed the name to TMU. People still call it Ryerson because old habits die hard. On your left, here's the Chelsea Hotel, the largest hotel in Canada. 1,590 rooms. Home to downtown Toronto's only indoor water slide. It can be Byzantine, but it's a very fun little holiday experience here in Toronto. A lot of people stay at the Chelsea Hotel. Emirates actually, the staff stay here as well.
So big.
And if you want to see the largest residential building in Canada, up ahead on your left is the Aura building. It is 79 stories tall, and it's downtown Toronto's only IKEA store. This is kind of cool because our IKEAs used to be like at Etobicoke and Hamilton only. Now we can go in the middle of Toronto. The thing about Toronto is we're very big on independent stores, so there's a lot of independent furniture stores, family-owned furniture stores. In most of these areas where we have like holiday markets and stuff, they have these artisans and vendors who are Toronto-based. It encourages people to go out holiday shopping, kind of support the local businesses, do something a little bit different. So yeah, you know, a lot of these places will start to see the lights. In fact, coming up on your left, you know, you'll start to see a lot of these trees are lit up here. Right now, this is Yonge Street. We'll talk about it shortly, but Yonge Street splits Toronto east and west. King Street East, King Street West, Queen Street East, King Street West, all split by Yonge Street over here. On your left, here's some of the lights over here in the middle of the College Park area and square in the residential community. This is by the Toronto Business Improvement area. So like, you know, they get together like, hey, what can we do to make people spend more time around businesses, hang out here? College Park, if you look at it, was supposed to be 38 stories tall. But it was built in the Great Depression, so it's only 7 stories. Don't let that discourage you. There's an auditorium where Frank Sinatra and the National Ballet of Canada performed. Now, in Toronto, you'll see a lot of buildings like this that are very old and vintage, interspersed with the 21st century architecture. You know, Toronto used to look a lot more European, and in Canada, we don't have states like the US, we have provinces and territories. In 1975, a law was passed here which said if your building has history, do whatever you want inside the building, don't touch the outside. So you'll see a lot of buildings like this which are preserved because of the Heritage Act. You'll notice even the advertising is placed on extensions here. Also, we had a lot more European architecture, but in 1849 and 1904, we had 2 great fires. And because we had these fires, they burned down a lot of the buildings in the center of our city. 1900s, we built again. That's when the skyscrapers came up. Modeled after big American cities and international cities too.
Thank you so much, everybody, for joining in. Hello, Joanna. How are you? Welcome in EP. Welcome in Rita. Welcome in Carrie. Thank you so much for being here, friends.
By the way, 52% of Toronto's population are immigrants, so lots of people here are born from outside Canada. There's a lot of festivals being celebrated now. Hanukkah, for example, Kwanzaa, you know, a various bunch of East Asian and South Asian festivals as well, all around the same time as Christmas. On your left, this is the Toronto Hydro building. This is the first fully air-conditioned building in Toronto. We get power now from, you know, hydro in Niagara Falls. We used to use coal from Pennsylvania. On your right, this is the cheapest place to buy shawarma in the city of Toronto. It is a grand total of $4.99. If you find a shawarma that's cheaper in downtown Toronto, I'll buy it for you personally. But it has to be downtown Toronto. No Midtown, East End, or West End. Downtown Toronto. Now guys, on your left, this is the Maple Leaf Gardens. This is where the Toronto Maple Leafs used to play hockey. Now, you know, it's a Toronto Metropolitan University Athletic Center. And here's the Loblaws grocery store. Now the Loblaws grocery store, you know, it's a Canadian brand. This specific store is quite cool because it's hockey infrastructure from an old hockey arena that was there way back when. Guys, we're about to pass through the village where we'll see some of the lights set up as well. So the village is where the LGBT plus businesses, community, and more are centered in our city. Why is it called the village, you ask? Well, Toronto is the 4th largest city in North America. First, we got Mexico City with a population of over 30 million. New York with 9 million. Los Angeles with 6 million. Anybody from Chicago on the bus? Usually they say, you know, Chicago is the 4th largest city, but that's 2.9 million. We're at 3.1, so we're slightly more. Being a big city comes with a big city feel. Everyone's too busy for you. The village is supposed to be a nice, inclusive space, friendly, where everybody knows everyone. So we're in the village now. Check out these lights coming up over here. You'll see a lot of, you know, lights and electric lights set up around here. Anybody know when the first electrically lit Christmas tree was? Around at least one decade. 1900s, 1800s, 1700s.
19.
The early 1900s, yes, the Edison Electric Company. They put the electricity on it. The trees were decorated a lot more, especially in the 1800s when the royal family started doing it. A lot of people were doing it before, but yeah, it got popularized in the 1800s. But lighting, electric lights started from the 1900s. Guys, welcome to the village. You'll see a lot of tongue-in-cheek names of like these stores out here. There's a store called Out in the Street, which is literally placed out in the street. There's a store called Soy Boys, which sells soy-based products. It's a very popular nightlife destination here in Toronto. King Street West is where all the clubs and bars are, but the village is no slouch either. Lots of drag performances out here if you guys want to go out and do that kind of thing. Also, Jim Carrey's first performance is actually at the village at the Yuck Yucks Comedy Bar. The Yuck Yucks Comedy Bar used to be located right here. Well, at least around this area. Jim Carrey didn't do so well on his first stand-up. He went home, wrote himself a check for about like, I don't know, millions of dollars, and he promised himself he'd be a millionaire doing comedy. Guess what happened? He became a millionaire later on doing comedy. Mike Myers is also a famous Canadian comic, so I guess we're really funny. At least some of us are. Now coming up on your right, folks, you'll see the red TTC sign, which stands for the Toronto Transit Commission. The Toronto Transit Commission is a network of 2,800 buses, subways, and streetcars that go around our city. If you buy yourself a ticket, you don't get charged twice for up to 2 hours. You want to spend 20 minutes on a TTC bus, half an hour on a TTC subway, the rest of your time on a TTC streetcar, you pay one time for up to 2 hours. Still got a tap on each vehicle to show you paid your fare, but it won't charge you twice. As for those festivals, I just want to pull them out here real quick. So, just for example, everybody knows Christmas is on December 25th. Of course, there's other denominations like Orthodox Christmas and things of that nature. We have Hanukkah from December 14th till about December 22nd. We have Kwanzaa, an African-American holiday, that's from December 26th. Now, I was trying to get, it's so funny, I should know this, kind of, sort of, because this is actually where, I'm ethnically from. Pancha Ganpati is a Hindu festival on December 21st. Also got the, I might be mispronouncing it, but Dongsi Festival as well. That takes place usually on December 21st. And then for those of you who are fans of the Buddha, December 8th is also a festival for Buddhists. So there's a lot happening in December. A lot of festive spirit out here. So while Christmas is the main thing that is going around, you'll see a lot of holiday shopping, a lot of cultures come together. So Toronto really is one of those places where you see, lots of people. Like, I think I usually make this joke on our regular tours. I say, if you go on the street and ask someone where their parents are from, you'll always get hit with like a really cool story. Someone will say something like, my mom's from Hungary, my dad's from Jamaica, they met in Hong Kong, I was born here. That's not a weird story at all in Toronto. Those are kind of stories that are quite common here in our city. Now guys, this is Yonge Street. Yonge Street used to be the longest street in the world. 1,896 kilometers long. Drive from Lake Ontario for 7 days, you get to Minnesota. Small part of the street became a highway, so it's no longer the longest street in the world. Kind of famous for being that. 2019, when the Toronto Raptors won the NBA championship for the first time ever, our open-top, hop-on buses are the same buses we use to carry the athletes around the city. Kawhi Leonard and Drake were on those buses. And if we won the World Series, they would have hired us again. But next year. We'll be there next year. By the way, after London's West End and New York's Broadway, Toronto is the third largest English-speaking theater destination in the world. That's why you'll see a lot of theaters, playhouses, and more in our city. There was an American named Mervish who came to Toronto, ran a business called Honest Heads, became a millionaire doing it. So his wife and son persuaded him to invest in our theaters. Most of our theaters are owned by the Mervish Productions Company, like on your right up ahead, the CAA Theater. Here's the name Mervish.com attached to it. The Princess of Wales Theater is also Mervish Theater. On your right, here's Canada Post, one of our local postal services in Canada. I don't know if you guys know, but Santa Claus has a Canadian postal address. If you go to Canada Post and you mail a letter to the postal code H0H080, it is for you to mail a letter to Santa Claus. You can mail a letter to Santa Claus and a local politician in Canada for free. Coming up with your right, that's Postal Station F, one of our oldest postal stations in the city of Toronto. It is now a McDonald's. That's the Ontario Heritage Act at work. If your building has history, do what you want inside, don't touch the outside. Even the Golden Arches don't face any extensions. So in the Santa Claus parade, the first one was in the early 1900s. And what happened was it was sponsored by the Eaton Center. It was just one float. Santa Claus went from Union Station to about the Eaton Center. Then afterwards, they started getting some kids to run alongside Santa Claus. They got reindeer too, imported from Labrador. And they got like a specific veterinarian that fed moss to that reindeer so that it was like an actual reindeer. And then eventually some of the reindeer started carrying poles with like a basket where kids could drop letters to Santa Claus. If the kids had left their postal address, Santa Claus would write back too. Now guys, this is Bloor & Yonge, one of the busiest intersections in the city of Toronto. So this is Yonge Street, again, major north-south street. Bloor is a major east-west street. Bloor & Yonge is the intersection that makes the square. On the left side of Bloor Street here is a place called the Mink Mile, the 7th most expensive outdoor shopping destination in the world. Gucci, Louis Vuitton, Tiffany's, Cartier, you'll find them down that street. And it's also where one of our festive lights displays are. So look over on your left at the beautiful Mink Mile. I guess also on the right there's a bit, but that's where all the luxury brands are. The sidewalks at the Mink Mile are made of Mongolian granite, engineered to the sound wave frequency of 466 hertz. I don't know how many physics majors we have on the bus, but 466 hertz. Perfect noise, pitch, and resonancy for high heel shoes. If you want a pair of heels and you walk on the sidewalks of the Mink Mile, the clack, clack, clack sound that comes with your heels is supposedly the perfect noise engineered for high heel shoes. So I guess if you go window shopping or shopping at the Mink Mile, you got to do it in style. So, Mink Mile. On your right, folks, this is the Toronto Reference Library. So this is one of the 3 large libraries of Toronto. If you are a fan of Sherlock Holmes, the entire collection of Sir Arthur Conan Doyle can be found in this library within a room designed to look just like 221B Baker Street, where Dr. Watson and Sherlock Holmes operate out of in the books and movies. The famous hip-hop artist The Weeknd filmed his music video sequence in this library. Now, the reference library means there's a lot of books that can't be taken outside. They're supposed to be used as research. The TPL stands for the Toronto Public Library Network. There's over 100 branches in Toronto. If you gotta print something, go to a Toronto Public Library branch. On your right, the Balzac's Coffee is a Toronto-based coffee, a coffee shop. They have some holiday drinks, but guys, the 2 major popular holiday drinks or the holidays, coffee shops are Starbucks, of course, and Tim Hortons. Starbucks has a lot of seasonal drinks that they do only in December. We're talking about peppermint, we're talking about ginger ale lattes, lots of cool things. For those of you who don't know, Tim Hortons is actually our coffee franchise named after a hockey player who played defense for the Maple Leafs. Opened up his first store in the city of Hamilton in 1964. After the legendary hockey player passed away, the coffee franchise spread all over the country because it's a real Canadian thing to do, right? We take pride in the fact that it's not Dunkin' Donuts and Starbucks, it's something we get to call our own. So, yeah, it's a very cool thing. Tim Hortons also has holiday drinks as well. You want to try some peppermint things, you want to try some non-alcoholic. They had Bailey's last year, Bailey's Fusion coffees. This year they have something else as well. Please pay a visit to any of the either 100 independent coffee stores, Starbucks or Tim Hortons. Just get into the festive spirit and have yourself a nice little holiday drink. Now guys, we're about to turn into Yorkville. So a little bit of history first. Yorkville, our city was once called York. Ville is a French-English word for town, city, settlement kind of thing. Yorkville is a neighborhood come together.
And where do we live?
So first things first, we're going to see the Yorkville Public Library built in 1906, the oldest library on the Toronto Public Library Network. Then we'll see Yorkville's fire station built in the late 1800s, oldest active fire station in Toronto. Now check out these really cool vintage Yuletides and the lampposts here as we go into Yorkville. So this is the historic side. We'll also be going into the actual more posh side soon, but just have a look. Some very iconic Yuletides here on the street posts.
Beautiful.
Not to mention all these, wonderful pine trees, Christmas trees in the middle of all these buildings here.
Hey Melissa, how are you? Happy Saturday. Thank you for being with us.
Town Hall Square. This used to be where the town hall was located. Unfortunately, it burned down in one of our great fires. So now it's just kind of commemorated around the area here. We're a very large supplier of pine trees and Christmas trees around North America. 97% of our exports go to the US. On your right, here's Yorkville's public library, and here's the Yorkville fire station, the oldest active fire station in our city. Look at those lights all around the fire.
Look, Daddy's work.
Festive spirit can go out and assist or something, right? And look at the Four Seasons Hotel and Residence on your right. Look at that. Just so you guys know, the Four Seasons is actually a Canadian brand. It was founded by Isidore Sharp, an architect who studied at the Toronto Metropolitan University. His friend asked him to design a motel for him. This instilled in him the confidence to run his own hotel franchise. So even though it's a big multinational, the Four Seasons is a Canadian brand. The Jonas Brothers were here last year in December. They were filming a holiday special on Disney Plus. There's a bar in Yorkville called the Hemingway Cafe. They do weekly trivia nights. They did Camp Rock last year, and guess who showed up as a cameo? The Jonas Brothers themselves. That was cool.
Wow.
Then you're right. Here's the Four Seasons. Those lights. You have no right to be that shy. So nice, so pretty. Okay, guys, we're going to Yorkville right now. Today, Yorkville is quite an eclectic, elegant space. You know, you'll see a lot of these, very pretty cobblestone streets, luxury boutique stores.
Welcome to
Historically, this was the
Yorkville,
artistic
family.
bohemian part of Toronto. Neil Young used to perform here with his original band, the Squires. Joni Mitchell was here almost every weekend. If you guys know the song Big Yellow Taxi by Joni Mitchell, the lyrics of Gold Paradise put up a parking lot, were based on a parking lot right here in Yorkville. Ernest Hemingway used to write here, and so did Margaret Atwood, author of The Handmaid's Tales. Today, however, Yorkville is a very posh, elegant space. We'll see in just a couple moments.
Why every year he forgets, Santa forgets why.
Alright guys, welcome to Yorkville.
He just wants to make sure you want it.
Home to elegant trattorias, a
Welcome
lot
to
of iconic
Yorkville.
co-working spaces, luxury boutique stores, and of course, pickup trucks in the middle of our way. But that's also cool, because they're supplying a lot of products to the restaurants that need it.
Look at the beautiful lampposts.
One thing about Yorkville, there's an activity called Fleur de Ville Yorkville. There's art installations and floral arrangements all throughout Yorkville. You can go check it out. A lot of them are themed after the holidays and different things. Usually on Saturdays in the morning or afternoon, there's this group of singers. So they comprise of opera singers, theater singers, and just regular concert singers. What they do is they do these performances where they carol around here and they dress up in Victorian uniform. So, they have, I think they have the quartets of people. They have alto, sopranos, tenors, and bass. Tenor and bass, sorry. And they have like this singing sort of sprees they do throughout Yorkville. Now, Yorkville is going to be one of the main places where all the artisans set up shop over here. And they vend a lot of these products. So if you guys want to go holiday shopping, check out Yorkville and the dates when they're going to be having all of these cool little like pop-up events. Just so you know, so at Sankofa Square, they're getting ready soon to have the Winter Glow Festival, where they're gonna have a Ferris wheel there that's about 45 feet. They're gonna have a carousel, teacup ride kind of thing. They're gonna have a licensed bar there for holiday spike drinks and things. And also, they're gonna have a robotic Santa Claus over there, sponsored by Shein. It's gonna give over 3,000 gifts. So they'll have a lot of these pop-ups and Santa Claus things throughout Toronto as well. A lot of electric lights here in the trees as well. Then on your right, you guys will notice the flagship Chanel store. The Chanel store was the original Mount Sinai Hospital. So, back in the day, the Mount Sinai Hospital now is in the Health District of Toronto. You'll see the Chanel store has some lighting on it. It's a little bit, maybe a little bit under the radar, very elegant, very festive as well. The first 5-star hotel of Toronto, the Hazelton Hotel, is also coming up ahead on your right. Tom Hanks, Beyonce, and Justin Bieber have all stayed at the Hazelton Hotel. TIFF, the Toronto International Film Festival, used to take place at the Hazelton Hotel, now takes place in the Entertainment District. So up ahead on your right, there's the Hazelton Hotel. Look up ahead on your right, folks.
Look at my wow.
Look at that. Look at all these lights over here. This is probably a very lit up space. Again, next to these Yuletide lampposts over here. So where's everyone traveling from? Where are you guys from up ahead?
Hotel. Oh, we're from Toronto.
Nice.
Yes.
Thank you for riding the bus. Much appreciated.
Thank you. You're
Thanks
doing
for
great.
Thank you. Where are you folks from? Are you from Toronto as well, or? Sorry? Australia. All right. You guys here for a white Christmas? We usually see a lot of people in December. No worries. Sorry, I don't know what your spot is because it is. Lots of people ask. Because a lot of Australians have been traveling a lot more in the last few years. But I usually say in December. Yeah, that's when I see a lot of people. Thank you for coming out. Is it your first time in Canada?
Country.
So it's not on Canada.
Oh, you guys are different. I'm sorry. I apologize. I just assumed I took groups together. So you're from Australia? Is it your first time in Canada?
You're not live on Canada.
Welcome, miss. Welcome. And can I ask where in Australia are you traveling from? Brisbane. All right. Well, thank you for coming out to Toronto, miss, and thank you for riding the bus tour. Much appreciated. So you're from Poland, my friend. There's a big Polish population here in Toronto. Is it your first time in Toronto? All right. Welcome to the city, sir. Okay. First day. If you go down a little bit further south, next to U of T, there's the Polish Combatants Hall, and then there's a lot of like Polish, neighborhoods and things of that nature, close to Parkdale too. All right, sir. Where are you from over there? Los Angeles? Is it your first time in Toronto?
Where's Los Angeles?
All right, welcome back, sir.
America.
Thank you for riding the Festive Lights tour. Much appreciated. Right, where are you guys from back there? Sorry? Okay, first time to Ontario, or have you been? Welcome, guys. Thank you for coming out all the way to the city. I appreciate having some Canadians in the bus. All right. Now, guys, on your right, here's the Park Hyatt. If you guys want to see some more lights in there in the interiors, all the big hotels are going to be doing something, naturally. On your left, again, this is the Church of the Redeemer, the first church for advocate for same-sex marriages in Toronto, and that's where the Mink Mile starts from this side. You want to see the Mink Mile? You'll get a good view from the
And
left
there's the
side, too.
ROM.
Which side?
There's the museum, the ROM. We've been there.
We've been there.
Yeah, we live stream from the ROM as well.
So, what are your favorite holiday Hallmark movies?
Ooh, a
What do you say?
timeless Christmas.
A Timeless Christmas.
Yes.
Is it good? You
So
recommend
good.
it?
Yeah.
I like
All right.
Grinch.
What about you, sir? What is your favorite Hallmark movie to watch at Christmas?
I like Grinch.
Yes.
I like Grinch.
Okay. Yes, from Hallmark, my love.
Holiday. All right. Who's in Holiday? Who's starring in it?
Yes.
Cameron Diaz. Okay, that's good enough.
Yes.
I'm so sorry. Okay. Where are you from, miss? Sorry, which holiday movie do you recommend? Home Alone. That's such a good movie. Who doesn't like Home Alone? So good. They have so many sequels. On your right, Royal Ontario Museum, the 5th largest museum in North America. 13 million artworks, natural history specimens, and cultural objects exhibited in 40 spaces and galleries. Largest collection of Chinese artifacts outside China, Roman artifacts inside Canada. If you saw those lions, they represent the yin and the yang. One is supposed to protect the artifacts inside the museum, one upholds the integrity of the structure. What about you, sir? What do you recommend for a Hallmark or holiday movie?
I was gonna say Home Alone.
Home Alone, you were going to say, there we go, popular choice.
Why do you like Home Alone?
You like Home Alone too, remember Kevin?
A Christmas Story, all right. And guys, what do you recommend for the Christmas holiday movies? Sorry, I can't hear you. I do apologize. Any recommendations?
Do you want to start?
Okay, well, you've got a bunch to maybe consider, right? You've got a whole bunch of suggestions out here, so maybe you'll find something. Now, guys, on your right, we've got the University of Toronto, founded by the Church of England and the British Empire in 1827. A lot of Victorian architecture on campus. Now, there's 3 campuses for the University of Toronto. The one downtown is called the St. George campus. It also runs along St. George Street. University of Toronto, Mississauga, the city of Mississauga to the west. U of T Scarborough and the city of Scarborough to the east. So there's 3 different campuses. Many movies were filmed at the University of Toronto. Good Will Hunting, Mean Girls, Harold and Kumar Go to White Castle, The Incredible Hulk, Ed Norton's version, Resident Evil Afterlife. If you want TV shows like Suits, Titans, and Umbrella Academy, they were filmed here too. In front of y'all, guys, this is Queen's Park, named after Queen Victoria. There's a tree from every part of the province of Ontario planted in this park. Technically, this is a property of the University of Toronto, but they have leased it to the City of Toronto on a 999-year lease. Anybody want to guess how much we're paying the university each year? $1. Yes, the $999 is technically correct just each year. Yes, and $1 is correct too, sir. So yeah, bro, it's a steal, eh? Now, if you take the footpath all the way to the center, there's a statue in the center of the park. I keep forgetting which royal family member it is, but that statue was transported in the reign of the British Empire all the way from Delhi, India, over here to Toronto, Canada. So that's kind of cool. It's both continents. Now, Ivy League schools like Yale and Harvard don't allow you to film on campus because it's said to be distracting to students. I guess that means Canadians are exemplars of academic integrity. We don't get distracted by Hollywood movies. The real reason they film here is it's cheaper to film in Canada. If 51% of your film crew is Canadian, tax incentive. More Canadians, better your tax incentive. We saw the Toronto Reference Library. The York University has the second large library, and then the University of Toronto Robarts Library is the third large library. It's kind of towards your right. It's hard to see because we can only see the silhouette of it at night. You'll see it as we get closer to the signal. Some people say it's designed to look like a peacock. I feel it looks like a Pokemon. If anybody played Pokemon Silver, it looks like a Lugia according to me, but that's just my opinion. I can catch it, maybe. But fun fact, has anyone seen the TV show Friends?
Yes.
Season 10, the episode where Joey learns French from Phoebe, they featured stock footage of the University of Toronto Robarts Library in that episode. So even though technically the University of Toronto was not on Friends, technically the University of Toronto was on Friends. Lots of people say U of T reminds them of Hogwarts, and that makes sense because it follows Victorian architecture, and Hogwarts is basically, a lot of it was filmed as Oxford or Cambridge, so Victorian architecture just carries forward, yeah? On your right, University of Toronto Robarts Library, catch it if you can. A wild U of T Robarts Library. Sorry, I'm having too much fun. So, yeah guys, in 1921, researchers at the University of Toronto discovered insulin, the life-saving treatment for diabetes. In the 90s, Dr. John Dick isolated a cancer cell from a leukemia patient. That's how we know stem cells exist.
It's amazing. It's incredible.
There's one song in this which is my favorite song. I think it's this one. I feel like it's this one. I'll know when the chorus comes. Okay, so guys, on your left, that's the Ontario Legislative Building. Oh yeah, also there's some beautiful U of T on your right. But on your left, check this out. You want to check this out.
Wow,
this is where our Premier operates on behalf of the province of Ontario. The Prime Minister operates from the city of Ottawa. For the province of Ontario, look at these beautiful lights. This is the Ontario Legislative Building.
Wow.
That's called the Pink Palace. The Pink Palace because we use pink sandstone to build it from Orangeville and Credit Valley, Ontario. When we call it the Pink Palace, it reminds us that this is a Canadian building because they told us to use Canadian materials to build it. Look at these lights. This is brand new. It was not like this last year or the year before. There was only like one tree outside and things of that nature. These lights are part of making Ontario Legislative Building a little bit more accessible to the public, right? And there's going to be holiday markets and other artisans and vendors out there. So that's just like setting up everything right now. That's the Health District of Toronto. You get a lot of the hospitals, like the Toronto General Hospital, Mount Sinai Hospital. There's also like Intact Health Insurance. All of these big brands of health are down there. The Sick Kids Hospital is down there as well. That's where Ryan Reynolds does a massive, sort of toy drive and campaigns for the Children's Hospital. Fun fact, I don't know if you guys know, but Wolverine is actually Canadian. If you read the comic books, before he's Weapon X fighting alongside the X-Men, Logan James Howlett was born in Alberta.
Wolverine is Canadian.
Yeah, this is the song. This is the song. Yeah.
Good song.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, and I discovered it on this playlist. I'm like, this is the one. This is the one.
This is it.
Yeah. On your right, guys, here's the University of Toronto. You kind of see some, some of the campus you wanted to on your right. There's that beautiful Victorian architecture here. So this street is called College Street. In the 1800s, you come back to Toronto, everything was just acres and acres of land. So College Street is called King's College, when the University of Toronto is founded by the Church of England, the British Empire. So another thing about the Santa Claus parade, what happened was, at some point in time, I think in the 1950s or maybe around that time period, the Santa Claus parade I think still is the largest Santa Claus parade in North America. So it's really like a big deal. It took place a couple weeks ago, and
Santa Claus parade parade is the biggest in
Eventually,
America.
the Eaton Center stopped sponsoring it, so a lot of other businesses took over. And when they started taking over, they added some new activities to it. They started getting a bunch of different floats. Now you see a lot of floats for the Santa Claus parade. And the introduction of celebrity clowns. So a lot of clowns actually, and amateur clowns come out to Santa Claus parade too. So if you ever wanted to be a clown, that's where you can get your start. You can be running alongside stuff. They also have volunteers who do a bunch of different things. For example, lots of people, your kids can be on the floats if they want to have kids as part of the parade, and the kids have to be accompanied with someone from a certain age group that's a little bit older, and those people have to be accompanied by someone who's 18 plus. So there's all these, there's like a chain of command for like accountability and like
How can
responsibility.
be a clown if
But
I'm 5?
there's also other volunteering things, like there's a group that runs before the parade just to get people riled up as well. So it's a pretty big event. Takes place starts around the annex area, goes a little bit through U of T, goes down south towards the city. So it's a very interesting thing.
Can babies dress as clowns?
Hello, Canadian Vasily. How are you? Thank you so much for joining. Wow, what amazing facts that we have been hearing about Toronto and seeing the beautiful Christmas lights throughout the city. Thank you so much for hanging out with us on this Saturday.
Fun fact, so everybody might be familiar with the story of Christmas Carol, right?
Yes.
Was it Charles
Yes.
Dickens? I think Charles Dickens wrote it.
Yeah.
Now here's an interesting fun fact. Charles Dickens actually spent some time in Toronto, and in the 1800s we were very Victorian, right? Toronto was called the Big Smoke. You know, we had a lot of industrial buildings, a lot of Victorian like industrial stuff. And some historians are wondering, because what happened was Charles Dickens came to Toronto, he went back, and then he wrote and published A Christmas Carol.
Wow.
They're trying to see, was there anything in Toronto that inspired that story? So this is a little fun fact about how Toronto may or may not have actually influenced A Christmas Carol.
Interesting. Remember we saw that yesterday at Casa Loma.
What Christmas Carol?
That Christmas Carol with the ghosts. Remember we saw the ghost of Christmas past, the ghost of Christmas present.
Yeah. Look, why did that ghost have chains on his hand?
The chains, that was Jacob Marley.
Then why did he have chains on his hands?
I think that, I can't remember now.
Because he got
Now, when it
locked.
comes to the story of Santa Claus,
got
did you
locked
know
up
that
in jail?
what happened was there was a point in time where there was a French Jesuit from Quebec hanging out with the indigenous community, and he started sharing the story with them in their native tongue. And what happened was he started using indigenous metaphors for some of the Christmas stories. For example, the wise men were indigenous chiefs, and then instead of being wrapped in linen, they were wrapped in the rabbit fur, just to like make it accessible to the indigenous community. So there is an indigenous story that's been passed around from the Huron community down forward. So they are familiar with a lot of the stories of a lot of the Christmas stories that are shared with them. But they do have the indigenous version of it. It's kind of interesting. Speaking of indigenous, this street is called Spadina. The name comes from the indigenous words Ishpadina, which means the meeting place. Back in the day, only the upper class knew that. They would call it Spadina. The working class called it Spadina. But as time moved on, the working class outnumbered the upper class. Spadina is the name that stuck. It's officially called Spadina now. Older folks and historians call it Spadina to set themselves apart. Welcome to Chinatown, guys. Chinatown is said to have the most diverse array of signs, sculptures, temples, art installations, and extensions of the Chinese cultures compared to any other ethnic neighborhood of Toronto, including Little Italy, Koreatown, and Greektown. Lots of restaurants out here, naturally Cantonese, Vietnamese, South Asian, Korean. On your right, Kensington Market is actually down here. So you're on Spadina, you take a right down there, you get to Augusta Avenue. Kensington Market is down there. There's another entrance up ahead on your right where the cat is perched on top of the chair. Now, Kensington Market is the artistic space in Toronto. That's where the rock and roll t-shirts are sold. That's where the artisanal coffee shops and restaurants are located. It also it looks very European because Kensington Market is where the Jewish and Portuguese immigrants in Toronto first lived. You'll see a lot of colorful houses because the Portuguese wanted to express their culture that way. In fact, the cat perched on top of the chair is an abstract commentary on the domestic nature of the immigrants that moved to that neighborhood. Cat being an easily domestic animal, chair being an easily furnished at home kind of thing. Some tour guides do say the reason why it exists is, a lot of shopkeepers used to keep cats outside to hunt mice. So now when it comes to Chinatown, like I said, you can get Cantonese food, Mandarin food, all of those restaurants. There's a lot of products you can buy here, from bamboo products to electronics to record stores. There's places to fix your bicycle and repair your electronics. The going away for a foot massage is about $40. It's a very big, diverse neighborhood. Also, if you're going souvenir shopping, Chinatown's a pretty good place to go. You are encouraged to go price matching and bargain hunting. To kind of know tourists will stick to the outskirts of the neighborhood. If you wind up doing that, maybe don't tell them something like, you know what, the guy in the big red bus said you were going to do that. I'm taking my business elsewhere. Maybe just figure it out yourself, yeah? But the story of Chinatown actually begins on the west coast of Canada. Today, you guys know that as British Columbia. Once upon a time, that was no man's land. Neither the US nor Canada owned it, but discussions were happening in both countries who would receive British Columbia. One of the reasons they went to Canada was Ottawa promised to build a Canadian Pacific Railway connecting the west coast of Canada to the rest of the country. Many Chinese residents were hired on the west coast of Canada to build the railway. Many used it to travel to Toronto. So we set up our first Chinatown a little further south. There were more men than women that lived in that Chinatown because of a law called the Chinese head tax. Many lived as bachelors, leaving the women and kids back home in China. They relocated the Chinese residents to this new neighborhood here because they were building a new city hall. They had plans to relocate these residents too, but not things had changed in Toronto. It was after the World Wars. Many Chinese residents volunteered for the war by fighting, raising funds, joining the Red Cross, giving relief to troops. They were awarded the rights to vote and run for office in our city. More women lived here because they lived to the Chinese head tax. One of the ladies that lived here, named Jean Lam, helped form the Save Chinatown Committee, advocating with messages saying, you know what, we are an established presence in your city. You can't move us whenever you want to. We deserve to feel like our homes are safe. The Chinatown you see here is the Chinatown of Toronto today.
What toy? But what toy?
There's 5 major Canadian banks. Toronto's bank is called the Toronto Dominion Bank. You have the Bank of Nova Scotia, Bank of Montreal, RBC is the Royal Bank of Canada, CIBC is the Canadian Imperial Bank of Commerce. For any friends who are from Quebec, Desjardins is a credit union from Quebec, and Tangerine Bank is a digital bank. Up ahead on your right, you'll see the Bank of Nova Scotia branch, which has English and Chinese letters on the signage. There's 2 major pharmacies in Canada. We've got Shoppers Drug Mart with red signage and Rexall Drugstore with aqua signage. On our left, you'll see a Rexall Drugstore with English and Chinese letters on the signage too. Now, I know, we've got some Canadians on the bus. For you guys, you might be like, duh, but this is for the benefit of people, who visit Canada for the first time ever. It's helpful for everyone to know, right?
Yes, it's okay.
The name Toronto comes from the indigenous words Toronto, the Huron word which means meeting place, and the Mohawk term which roughly translates to the land of wooden trees, land that sticks in the water, because the Mohawks used to hunt for fish using spears. We were called York once upon a time, so not much separated us from that big city across the water called New York. Wayfarers would get confused. Then we went back to the indigenous word again. So Spadina, I said, has 2 pronunciations. The working class, which is Spadina, which is now the official name. Spadina, which is the indigenous root word, which the upper class used to say. And also there's the Chinese pronunciation. I can't say the Chinese pronunciation, but there is a 3rd pronunciation of the street.
Mommy, when is Easter?
Up ahead on your right is the Dragon City Mall. If you guys have some pent-up energy and you want to go singing, there are some karaoke bars in there. There's also a bunch of other shops, restaurants, and cool places. Now, of course, this does feel a bit more related to Chinatown, but it is technically a Toronto shopping mall.
Now he's dead. No, but he... What's that? But only on Easter he's alive.
long it is.
It's not long.
It's so long, look, wow.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13.
Wow, it's a long one.
13 is not a lot. It has to be 15.
Why is CN Tower? The CN Tower is red and white like a candy cane.
The CN Tower is 180,000 feet. And who even made the CN Tower?
There'll be a lot of construction workers.
Has anybody gone holiday shop in Toronto yet? Not
Yes.
yet, eh? Anybody thinking about it?
Yes, we did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What are you writing?
I was trying to wipe
No,
that.
just anywhere. Anywhere. Have you gone shopping for the holidays or done anything yet? No worries, no worries.
Hello, Infinity. Thank you for being here. Thank you all for watching and touring Toronto. We are learning so much about our city.
Wow. Did you play hockey? Did you go against the virtual goalie? Yeah, nice. Did you go to the sportscaster room? Did you talk to it like that? Do you like watch hockey and stuff? Very cool. They still watch it? Okay, that's cool. Very exciting. We'll pass by there later today, so we're gonna see it again. You take a picture with the Stanley Cup? But you saw it there, yeah, that's cool. Has anyone ever played a video game called Kingdom Hearts? Want to hear about it? Okay, so it's an interesting game. The way that it works is Disney and Square Enix collaborated, so the only reason I bring it up is I'll give it a moment. Just every stage is a different Disney world. So you spend one world in Aladdin, the other one is like the Little Mermaid, and you integrate into the storyline. The reason I bring up this little thing is there is this. Has anyone watched Nightmare Before Christmas? Yes, so there's a world where for some reason Jack Skellington wants to become Santa Claus for a bit, and he goes to the Christmas town and he does all of these cool things, and then Santa Claus tells him, hey, you know what? Listen, Halloween is a separate holiday and everybody needs that. And Santa Claus is another, Christmas is another holiday. And then what happens is, in the game, of course, in the video game, things happen. Someone steals all the gifts, you finally get them back, and it's like, all the gifts are broken, and they're all damaged. And then Jack goes like, Santa, these gifts, what's the point of them? They're so bad, and blah, blah, blah. And then Santa Claus says something so epic. He's like, it's not the gift you give, it's the act of giving the gift that makes it so special. You're like, whoa. On your right, the Jean Lum Lane, named after the lady who saved Jean Lum. But yes, just something to think about. Just something cool, something really holiday. Now guys, we have a lot of moose. I don't know if you've seen any in Toronto. I don't know if you've seen any during Christmas. Maybe they've come out. I don't know. But Chinatown has its own moose called the Lucky Moose of Chinatown. We're about to see it on your right in just a couple of moments.
Daddy sees this train and you're not. I can already see on your side.
I also remember, now that you mentioned Home Alone, what was funny was, I remember when Donald Trump first became president, on social media there was a meme, they're like, I don't know what your politics are, but I remember once Donald Trump helped out Kevin when he got lost, so that's why I'm moving for him. It's like, wow, that's so funny. It's funny how something sticks with you for so long, so it's a very iconic movie for sure.
Yeah, he helps Kevin find the lobby.
Who?
Donald Trump.
Up ahead on your right, there is the Lucky
Kevin
Moose
find the lobby.
of Chinatown. Up ahead on your right. Maybe you guys will get lucky today. Who knows? Right there.
Oh yeah, it's up there.
Coming up ahead on our right, we're going to be passing by the Art Gallery of Ontario. 95,000 artworks spanning 2,000 years, including works by Monet, Rembrandt, and Picasso. That glass and timber structure is called the Galleria Italia, named after 26 Italian-Canadian families who each invested $500,000 each to build the glass and timber structure. By the way, sir, down this road, if you kept going, there's the Polish Combatants Hall right there. It's used right now as a venue, a lot of dance classes and different things are held there, but maybe you want to pay a visit there, check it out. On your right, the Art Gallery of Ontario. Wow, they have an event going on there. Looks fancy. Nice. Up ahead on your right, that art installation is designed by an artist named Thomas J. Price, and there's an art installation similarly in New York Times Square. It's sponsored by the Caribbean and Black communities of Toronto to showcase underrepresented art in our city.
No.
On your right, that elephant was designed by an Indigenous artist. It's a part of Toronto's project to showcase Indigenous art in our city as well. That's supposed to be Jumbo the elephant, if you're familiar. I always find it funny when the police stations have like Christmas trees and stuff in the middle. Like, I mean, of course, it's good and festive, but can you imagine getting taken in and like suddenly it's all like this festive spirit around you? You're just like, oh wow, I get to watch all of this from my prison cell. Yay! What did you do for Christmas last night? Oh, you know, just spent it with the police. Coming up on our right, we're going to see the Toronto Police 52 Division. Little fun fact, Justin Bieber turned himself in here in 2013. There were a lot of media, police officers, and fans outside the police station. It was his altercation with his chauffeur that landed him in trouble. Not to be mistaken with his DUI case that did the same. Justin Bieber's from Ontario as well. Usually a lot of Ontario musicians, they'll claim Toronto as their main place because, you know, that's where, you know, Toronto's an international city. That's usually a good base to have when you're like projecting worldwide, but even Avril Lavigne's from Ontario, some 41's from Ontario as well. Lots of musicians here. You know, we used to have, the TTC used to be like, this, like, I don't know what, like 9 years ago, it was like a very vintage, open top kind of streetcar. You had the vintage feel for the streetcars. Now, you know, I think it's electric, so technically it's better for the environment. Also doesn't hurt that, you know, the TTC branding is super clear on the streetcars right now. But yeah.
Infamous downtown Toronto traffic right now.
Fun fact, our Thanksgiving is 1 month before American Thanksgiving. So usually what happens is when we get Americans here on American Thanksgiving, they'll always ask, is Thanksgiving like not a big deal in Canada? No, it really is, but it's just ours is 1 month before. So you'll see a lot of that. It's kind of interesting. There are still a lot of businesses that celebrate, you know, American Thanksgiving. Lots of times Americans are the ones who come out, you know, in the 1800s and 1900s, build a lot of businesses, and then, you know, they kind of eventually, you know, they become Canadian, but because the founders were American, they carry the tradition forward. On your right, here's the Toronto Police 52 Division. Yes, there's a lot of traffic here. Is there a hockey game today? I think there is, right? Yeah, so that might be one of the reasons, but just generally the other thing is today, I don't know if it's still an issue, but there's a whole there's a whole grid all the way on Dundas going south to Union where all the subway stations are not active right now because they're kind of doing work on them. So you'll see a lot of shuttle buses on the road too, so it's also contributing to the traffic as well. I mean, traffic's always been a problem in Toronto, but yeah, today is like, you know, in winter usually at this time of this time early in December, it's really more of the events taking place here. Is Die Hard a Christmas movie? It's a debate that's been on for a while. Technically, it takes place during Christmas, but it's not really a Christmas movie. Is it? What do you guys think? Christmas movie or not?
I think no.
Action movie.
Action movie. Okay, so not a Christmas movie. Christmas movie or not? Is Die Hard a Christmas movie? No? Okay, 2 for no. Die Hard, nope. Die Hard a Christmas movie? Yes or no? Yes. Okay, you got 1 yes. Is Die Hard a Christmas movie at the back? Yes or no? I'll take that as a neutral. So, we've got 3 no's and 1 yes. Why do you believe it's Why do you believe Die Hard is a Christmas movie, sir? Sorry to put you on the spot. Just curious. You should watch it around Christmas time, right? This week would be a good week. Are you a fan of Bruce Willis? Is that why? Fair. Yeah. Mohammed, is Die Hard a Christmas movie or no? Yeah. You haven't watched it? Well, you have to watch it irrespective if you watch it for Christmas or not. He's like, okay, that's so nice. Sorry, Mohammed, not to put you on the spot. By the way, we'll see the Ontario Legislative Building once more. It will be a bit distant from us, but if you look towards your left, you're in the Health District of Toronto, University Avenue. And by the way, there's a Sick Kids Hospital. You can see some light. That's Ryan Reynolds' campaign actually on the Sick Kids Hospital right there. Fun fact about the Sick Kids Hospital. If you see window washers, they dress up as superheroes. So you might get to see Wolverine or Batman or Superman fighting crime and washing windows at the Sick Kids Hospital. My guy, what is his problem? What is this guy doing? Okay, move, bro.
Gotta love Toronto. Not friends, it's the real Toronto. Bauhaus.
There is one last remaining building from the old Chinatown. It's where the Denny's restaurant is. So if you look closely, once you get to the Denny's restaurant, you will see the Lem Si Ho Tong Society of Toronto. In the first Chinatown, Chinese residents were not allowed to borrow money from banks. They had to go to associations like that to do so. And then also the Lem Si Ho Tong Society would allow them to find places to work and places to live in our city. Now, if you guys notice, oftentimes when Chinese residents, like you can see movies and pop culture, oftentimes in big cities, you know, Chinese communities are represented as being involved in laundry enterprises. The reason is they would face discrimination. So laundry enterprises were easy business models to set up at the time when they first moved into the big cities, and allow them to employ their friends and family. Then restaurants were the stepping stone to really help the community, because they were patronized by other members of the community, oftentimes important city officials. So on your right, the Denny's restaurant and the black building over here is the last remaining building of old Chinatown. The first Chinese restaurant that was prominent in Toronto was also located in this building. We look closely at the Denny's restaurant, we'll see the Lem Si Ho Tong Society of Toronto on the left side here. So on your right, Lem Si Ho Tong Society of Toronto, the last remaining building of old Chinatown. And guys, we're going to see Nathan Phillips Square and a cavalcade of lights, which is another festive lights display in our city.
Five plus how do you lift up 6 fingers?
You have 8 fingers and 2 thumbs.
So how can I lift up 8?
Put 4 and 4 out.
1, 2, 3.
4. That's 4 fingers. 4 fingers and 4 fingers. Put your thumbs down. Thumb down, fingers up. That's 8.
That's 8. 4 plus 20
It's 24.
is 24. And 30 plus 20 is 80. And 30 plus 31 is 42. And 44 and 45 makes 45.
Okay, so up ahead, that's the financial center of Toronto. All 5 major Canadian banks have their own building in the financial center.
I see Scotiabank. I see BMO.
The big 4 accounting firms also have the building up ahead at the financial center. Coming up on our right, we're going to be passing by Nathan Phillips Square, named after our first Jewish mayor. And we're going to see the cavalcade of lights. And we're going to see an ice skating rink as well, which only happens once a year, where December is. So, got to see that on the right side of the bus in a couple of moments.
You gave it away this year. I'll give it to someone Canadian.
No special.
So on your right, here's Nathan Phillips Square. And there we go. Here's the iconic Toronto sign as well. We got the Toronto sign graced at the Pan Am Games 2015. So popular, we kept it there permanently. And look at those ice skaters over there. Over 50 ice skating rinks open up in Toronto during the holidays. So now's your time. On your left, by the way, that's Old City Hall. That clock tower, you might be wondering what it was. Now that's the public courts of Toronto. The reason the clock tower exists is in the early 1900s, we didn't have these skyscrapers in Toronto. You can see the clock tower as far as Union Station. You know what time it was. Now on your right, we'll get another view of Nathan Phillips Square. So if you guys want to have a look at the Toronto sign, and I guess it's the FIFA countdown as well, the FIFA 2026 countdown. And then there's a cavalcade of lights. Check that out. And look at the new City Hall. That's the Mayor of Toronto's office. That's also lit up as well. You know, in the first week of January, the mayor does an ice skating. The mayor and some city officials do an ice skating. You can join them too. On your right, there's the Toronto sign. And there's the ice skating rink and Nathan Phillips Square and a cavalcade of lights. That used to be a one-day festival, but now it's taken over the entire month. So come on out here, enjoy your time before you leave Toronto. On your right is the Osgood School of Law. This is our law school affiliated with York University's law school. Fun fact, it is said that these black fences used to keep cows outside of the area from pasturing. In the 1900s, the Osgood School of Law students tried unsuccessfully to move a cow inside the fence. So just a little fun fact down there. The Osgood School of Law is really beautiful. You can go inside the library. You do have to pass by security first. There's a beautiful oil painting of Queen Victoria, and it's a very ornate library. On your left, Canadian Opera Company and National Ballet of Canada. So this is the Four Seasons Performing Arts Center. So, just so you guys know, Toronto's financial center is kind of a big deal. In recent years, almost as much as 30% of Canada's entire national GDP was generated in our financial center alone. The story of Toronto's financial center begins with a great fire. So in 1849, two gentlemen went to a bar, got drunk, annoyed the locals, got kicked out. They decided to smoke a cigarette, so they put it out in a bale of hay. The bale of hay caught on fire, so did the wooden house inside of it. By the way, feel free to look at all the lobbies and the decorations. Some beautiful stuff out here in the financial center. So yeah, setting fire to the wooden houses in our city. That fire was so big you could see it all the way from Niagara region in Canada. Now, in 1904, we had Toronto's second great fire. This fire was so big, it basically burnt down everything in Toronto, the wooden houses in the center. And that fire was so big you could see it from Buffalo in the US. Now, having said that, we built again in the 1900s. That's when the skyscrapers came up. We modeled our city after big American cities in the US and international cities. And then the financial center, started to build from that. All of this, bless you. And then all of the financial families set up shop on Bay Street. Until today, Bay Street is the center of the financial center. The financial center is also the area that looks the most like New York City. So whenever TV shows or movies want to film in Canada and they want the story to be in New York City, they do it in our financial center. Just blur out the Tim Hortons, put a yellow taxi cab in the back, and suddenly you're in New York City for a fraction of the cost. So let's start by going to the financial center. The financial center is also a lot of fun because there's a lot of bars and restaurants. Usually after a hard day's work, everybody schmoozes in the bars out here. Good place for networking and just decompressing. So yeah, like I said, as we pass by the financial center, start to look around. You'll see a lot of the lobbies have they have like wooden sort of fireplaces, they have festive lights, they have Christmas trees. We'll start to see it as we go down here. And we'll see all 5 major Canadian banks. But we'll pass by the Toronto Dominion Bank as well at some point so we can see how the Christmas trees are made out there as well.
To let the heat out.
And also because Santa goes in the
And so Santa can come in the inside.
But why can he not knock on the doors?
Because people are sleeping. He comes in while you're sleeping.
But why?
He's like a cat burglar.
Maybe
but a good one.
Maybe he can break the door.
Yeah, well, we don't want to break our door because then we'll freeze all night and then we'll wake up and there'll be snow inside our house, right? So then Santa comes.
So coming up on your left, first you're going to see an art installation called Dreaming. It's a visual metaphor. A young girl with her eyes closed never stopped dreaming. Look at that beautiful Christmas tree right next to her. There's the stock exchange as well on your left. The Toronto Stock Exchange is there, and also this is meant to be sort of a sort of other metaphor. It's a reminder to take a small, tranquil space while we're a tranquil breath in this otherwise busy financial center.
Those presents come out.
Yeah. What's that?
Now coming up on your right, you will see the Bank of Montreal building, the largest of all 5 major Canadian bank buildings in Toronto. You've got the Bank of Nova Scotia, Toronto Dominion Bank, Royal Bank of Canada, and CIBC, Canadian Imperial Bank of Commerce. Now, if you guys have watched the TV show Suits, we're going to pass by the intersection where they filmed the lobby scene for the TV show Suits. You'll see the building in just a couple of minutes too.
What building? Like what
It's
building?
at the intersection.
What's the
Probably
intersection?
intersections when 2 streets meet.
Like what movie?
A TV show called Suits.
What is Suits?
It's a TV show.
But can you tell me?
I don't watch it. I'm assuming it's about some lawyers.
Oh, these are some nice lights down here, alright. Yeah. Wow, look at this on the patio too, eh? Look at all these gifts and these nice little things out here. Is it just me, by the way? But I feel like Toronto this year had a lot more lights than last year. Am I wrong? Am I imagining that? I feel like last year wasn't as festive as this year. Because we kind of did this last year too, and I have to say, like, I'm seeing a lot more. Even like the random Pizziola will have like a Christmas tree in the middle. So yeah, something's up in the city. It's good. It's a good year this year.
It's a good something.
Yeah. So up ahead, this is Bay Street, eh? I mentioned earlier that Bay Street is basically the Wall Street of Canada. This is where the financial families set up shop many years ago. Until today, that's the financial center of the city. On your right, like I said, Bank of Montreal building, largest of all 5 major Canadian bank buildings.
When you turn 6 and 7, it makes 6, 7. You know, Daddy?
Thank you for that, Carmela.
Do you even like 6, 7?
Oh, I love 6, 7.
Up ahead on your left, that's actually where they filmed the lobby scenes for the TV show Suits in that building on Bay and Adelaide. You can also see some festive lights in there, but yeah, right there. Up ahead on your left.
Right there?
This one with the stars.
The stars?
Yeah. That's what they make the show Suits.
Suits?
Yeah.
Like suits up?
No, like a suit, like.
So up ahead on your left, there's where they filmed the lobby scenes for the TV show Suits. And on your left, there's the clock tower once more. Just to give you some perspective, in the early 1900s, you don't have the skyscrapers. There's clear line of sight to the clock tower all the way down south from Union Station. Now on your left is the Bank of Nova Scotia building. It is said to have the deepest basement of any building in Toronto. Also on your right, beautiful Bank of Montreal building here. The Bank of Nova Scotia building is said to store millions of dollars worth of gold bars. There's also rumored that all 5 major Canadian banks keep their gold here. So you're planning a bank heist in Toronto, the Bank of Nova Scotia is the one you go to, I guess. On your left, CIBC, those trees are really iconic over there. They have those elm trees over there. Elm trees, I don't know why I said that, but it looks like trees out there. They have Christmas trees too. And on your right, here's the Toronto Dominion Bank building. Don't worry, we'll get a good look at it soon because that's really special. But up ahead on your right, guys, there's only not one downside to seeing the store at night. This is the Royal Bank of Canada building. The windows are yellow because they're made of gold. There's one sheet of 24-karat gold in each and every one of these windows of the RBC building. It traps heat inside the building during our cold Canadian winters. The daylight, it really glistens and gleams. Now guys, on your right, we'll see Union Station, and we'll also get a little bit of a postcard view of the CN Tower once we turn here. I was going to say, where's the Christmas trees with RBC? They're up ahead there, yeah. Like, RBC is just like, no Christmas for you, just go and work. We'll make us some more money. It's like, where are their trees? You know what I mean? I saw all the trees there. They're all here, but they're just at the front. By the way, this is called Front Street. Once upon a time, this is literally the front of Toronto. Everything south was just Lake Ontario beyond this point. Now the Rogers Stadium, the CN Tower, all of that is reclaimed land in the last 100 years.
Those towers.
What happened, Rob? Police after ya.
No. Not police after you.
Wish you a
Merry Christmas. Oh, no. You said,
Merry Christmas.
you said a happy jail time.
From the bottom of my
You
heart.
want to sing a happy jail time? Please.
We're on a Christmas bus. We're at home being silly. I wanna wish you a Merry Christmas from the bottom.
Of my beauty.
Hey.
Oh, you're right, there's the CN Tower. The CN Tower is a radio and telecommunications tower which services 16 Canadian TV channels and radio stations. The CN used to stand for Canadian National Tower because the Canadian National Railway built it. Now stands for Canada's National Tower, in case you're wondering what is the CN for. We have a tour guide that used to make a joke. He said the reason it's called the CN Tower is when you go up there, you're seeing everything. But I think Canadian National, Canada's National does more for you. On your left, this is the Union Station, busiest transit terminal in Canada. Many journeys begin at Union Station. Many journeys end at Union Station. A lot pass through Union Station. Up ahead on your right, the Fairmont Royal York. This used to be the largest hotel in the entire British Empire once upon a time. Today, this is where the royal family stays when they come to visit Toronto. You can rent out the royal chambers for $2,000 a night. That's what Justin Bieber did. But I'll make you sign an agreement. If any member of the royal family shows up, please leave, and they won't reimburse you for the money spent either. The Fairmont is doing something really special this year. If you have a chance, go into the lobby and just check it out. You really will get a beautiful Hallmark moment. They have a lot of Victorian hallways. They have a lot of Yuletide and decked places. They have a big Christmas tree, of course. Just get some really cool experiences. For example, they have a chance to like pay a little bit for a package where they'll have a beautifully lit Christmas tree. They'll have like some other, spiked rings, things of that nature, all the holiday essentials, and they get tickets also to the Winter Village as well. So a lot of cool things out here.
And if you're on the bus.
The old name of this hotel was the Royal Wick, named after Queen Victoria. Now on your left, they're gonna get ready. They haven't started it yet, but there is gonna be a Union festive sort of experience over here. There's gonna be a lot of how should I explain it? There's gonna be like an ice skating ring. There's gonna be some musicians playing out here, some holiday installations. It's not yet started, but they're getting ready to start it too. Fairmont Royal York on your right, check that out. Yeah, look at these window displays too, eh?
Yeah, there's snowflakes on the windows, or on the wall. Self-centered move. Just a U-turn right in front of everybody.
What is a U-turn?
U-turn is when you turn.
So there's an attraction in there called Clockwork. It's like when you go in there, they also have this like wrought iron gate that opens up into something really cool. Even outside of the holidays, there's a library bar over here that's really popular. The Fairmont is definitely worth stepping into. So I get it, you have a bunch of things to do for the holidays, but you get a chance to step in and see it. Just kind of get that
We've been there
going.
before.
It's very, very pretty, for sure. Now, Union Station is co-owned by the City of Toronto and the GO Transportation Services. GO stands for Government of Ontario. Toronto to Mississauga, Mississauga to Hamilton, Hamilton to Niagara Falls. Use a GO train or GO bus, both accessible at Union Station. But guys, let's not forget, the best way to visit Niagara Falls is to use the City Sightseeing Niagara tours available every day. We visit Niagara Falls, Niagara-on-the-Lake, a small town built in the 1700s. And then I don't know if you guys know, but from Canada's side, Niagara is considered wine country Ontario, share the same latitude as Portland, Oregon, and Tuscany, Italy. Every tour operator that winds up going to Niagara Falls, you'll notice if you look online, they all go to do some wine tasting. We do it as well. We also do hotel pickups as well. To most hotels downtown, otherwise at Gofa Square for sure. Now, just so you know, the Fairmont Royal York used to be the location of Toronto's first zoo, the Harry Piper Zoological Gardens. The city's alderman, Harry Piper, it was named after him. There were lots of attractions. There were two bears. There was a bear called, I forgot his name, I think Alexander the Great. There were two lions named Romeo and Juliet, and then there was also a whale that had washed up on the shores of Nova Scotia. Harry Piper made it so that you could visit the inside of the whale and get a haircut. It's an interesting time. On your right, that's the Piper Street, named after the Harry Piper Zoological Gardens. So it's a little bit of an Easter egg. Alright guys, I did mention that we will be going by the Toronto Dominion Bank to have a look at their lights. So we will do that. As you can tell, we did see the 5 major Canadian banks. Toronto's bank, because this is like Toronto, so TD Bank is they have a little bit of a nice little special moment there. So you guys want to have a look at that, you'll see that too.
I see a glow on the floor, and I see a woman.
I see the Christmas tree on the left too. Ooh, look at this one. These Christmas trees are so tall. Oh my god.
No, they're not. Have to be.
That one of those, it looks like it's almost touching the roof. Check to see if it's touching the roof.
No, it's not.
No? Let's see when we drive closer.
Up ahead on your right,
It's not touching.
here's the Toronto Dominion Banks. It's pretty wide, with a lot of wide real estate out here. Let's look at all of the different Christmas trees out here. Some of these are decorated over here. Some of them are lit up as well. So on your right, guys, check that out. Of course, you want to hang out here in the center of the plaza, have your little Hallmark moment, you might do that. Who knows? Go make it fish. On your right, we're going to see a lot of cool things. We're going to loop around and get a view at the actual plaza of the TD Bank. So, yeah, keep looking at it. We were on King Street earlier, which is a little bit further north. Oh, no, we still are. We're going to turn right to King Street, yeah. So we kind of did this, but we're going to get a lot closer to... No, we weren't. We were... I don't know. Were we at Adelaide? Yeah, we were on Adelaide, which is a bit further north. We're on King Street now. So we get a look at the financial center from this side too. We're really going through it a very cool way. On your left, check out these lights and trees over here. On your right, there you go as well. Check that out. Wow, here's some lights and trees interior, okay? And then on your right, here's a big one. It should be there. No, I'm sorry, it's kind of there. There's some over there. Yeah, behind you on your right. There we go. That's the center of the plaza. There's some more over here. Yeah, we were here earlier. Oh, there's on your left is PMO again, and there's TD. If you guys want to see the clock tower, you can see it on your left one more time, just to give you some perspective. Like I said, early 1900s, you didn't have any skyscrapers, so you can see the clock tower from as far as Union Station. On your left, there's the clock tower. There you go, on your left, just, for perspective. Yeah, there's the trees as well, CIBC. Those ones are iconic, they do that every year.
Yeah, it's so nice.
Very pretty. Yeah, it's like not a lot, but it's so distinct, it still stands out.
Yes, it's perfect.
Daddy,
Yeah.
is tomorrow school day?
No.
No, not tomorrow. I think this year is supposed to be a white Christmas here in Toronto.
Oh, they predicted weather that far ahead?
That's what it says.
Pretty awesome.
Home stretch, guys. We got one more neighborhood to visit before we get back to the square. Old Toronto. So like I said, I mentioned that Toronto needs to look a lot more European. We'll get down to the area where it actually does look more European.
We're gonna go to old Toronto now. See if it looks old.
Hey, look who's singing now.
Justin Bieber. This is
Justin Bieber. Hey.
Our friend was just talking about it.
Oh yeah, by the way, for our friend who's seen the Hockey Hall of Fame, we're going to pass by it again. So guys, as you guys know, baseball makes Toronto a lot of money, basketball makes Toronto a lot of money, but our two national sports are hockey and hockey. Also hockey and lacrosse. Coming up on your right, you'll see the Hockey Hall of Fame. Just after the signal. There's a Stanley Cup stored there permanently if you'd like a picture with one. The first Zamboni machine ever used during an official NHL game can be found there. Never played hockey before. There's a virtual room to score against the NHL keeper. International ice hockey room with jerseys from different countries. Like I said earlier, Tim Hortons is named after a legendary hockey player. Played defense for the Maple Leafs. Actually, there is a Tim Hortons theater in the Hockey Hall of Fame as well.
Hold on, did you hear that?
What?
Canada loves hockey so much. We love ice hockey and then we love field hockey.
What is field hockey?
Lacrosse. It's more
Is
hockey.
shinny hockey the informal hockey? I think it is, right? Yeah. So the guys, shinny hockey is something you can also do. Just go out and it's like more informal hockey. Just go out and play with your friends and neighbors and stuff. People usually do it right after the holidays and stuff. But like, it's a very, it's like a pastime. It's a Canadian thing. Everybody's like done it at some point.
Daddy, I wish it was summer forever. 'Cause
Coming
I-
up on your right, guys, you'll
I
see the
can
Hockey
roll
Hall of
down
Fame
the
too.
mountains.
Again?
I wish it was summer forever because I can roll down the mountains with my Ronaldo clothes.
Well, when the snow stays on the ground, we can go to that big hill in our house and go tobogganing.
Yeah, but that's no fun.
Wow, that was so much fun last year.
Yeah, but I like rolling down mountains.
You want to roll down a mountain. I
Yeah.
don't think you've ever seen a mountain to know how big a mountain is. The mountain's pretty big.
No, like that hill when it's summertime and I roll down it when
Yeah, that's where we go tobogganing. It's the same place we go tobogganing.
that's the same.
Yeah, it's not a mountain. A mountain like touches the sky.
Touching the sky.
On your right, guys, we're going to see the Hockey Hall of Fame over here. The faces and the windows are the new inductees into the Hockey Hall of Fame. The Stanley Cup is literally on the other side of these windows over here. Up ahead on your left is Meridian Hall, one of our famous exhibition spaces in Toronto. Lot of celebrity events are here. You know, there was Kamala Harris here a couple of weeks ago. The more definitive events are many movies and TV shows are screened here, and the higher symphonies to play the music live while you're watching what's on film. So, Toy Story in concert was here last week.
My daddy's favorite scientist, Neil deGrasse Tyson.
Can he make a
He's
ring?
coming to Toronto.
Can he make a
Or we missed it.
Can he
December 4th, 2025. We missed it.
Haha, anybody getting off at stop 11, the Hockey Hall of Fame? No, sorry, me and Mohammed just have an inside joke because the hop on, hop off buses are bus stop. On your right, that art installation is designed by an Indigenous artist named Quentin K-Rock. It's a part of Toronto's project to showcase Indigenous art. I don't know if you guys know, but in much of Indigenous lore, North America is referred to as Turtle Island. Lots of values like courage, honor, wisdom, and more are reflected in that art installation. The orange is for the residential schools, because both of Quentin K-Rock's parents were part of the residential school system. So yeah, just one of those art installations here in our city. And on your left, guys, Berkshire Park, spelled B-E-R-C-Z-Y. Check out these lights over here. And the water fountain with 27 dogs around it. The lower levels for dogs to drink water from. You'll see that in a couple of minutes on your left. Couple moments, sorry. In the winter, our pipes freeze, so actually there's not a lot of water here right now. But in spring and summer, there's water gushing forth there. It's a very iconic park. But yeah, you can still see some of the other festive lights out here in Berkshire Park, B-E-R-C-Z-Y. Like I said, this is old Toronto. You'll pay attention to the architecture. It looks a lot more European as compared to the rest of Toronto. Toronto used to look like this before the Great Fires.
This is that that triangle building you always want to see,
Oh yeah, I'm gonna see it.
but it's under construction right now.
Oh
What building?
But
no. It's a really cool building.
What building?
we're gonna pass this St. Lawrence Market as well.
What building?
This building right here on the left, Mommy really likes it for some reason. It's like in the shape of a triangle.
I know Mommy really likes
Mommy
triangles.
really likes that one. But right now it's under construction, so you won't be able to see it very well. I think they're doing some renovations on it.
Because what happened to it?
I don't think anything happened to it. I think they just want to make it look a little bit more fancy. That's okay. But there's Snoopy on top of the president. Or it looks like Snoopy. Okay.
Now guys, the St. Lawrence Market is located in Old Toronto. The St. Lawrence Market is listed on the National Geographic as one of the top 10 food markets in the world, with over 30 types of mustard, 40 types of bread, and 600 cheeses. Now, if you like crepes, there's a place called Crepe It Up.
That's a lot of
If you
cheese.
like honey, you can get organic honey from Australia, New Zealand, and Greece. If you like seafood pasta, you can get that. If you do eat bacon, there's a sandwich called the Toronto Pea Meal Bacon Sandwich. It's bacon with pea meal coating and marmalade on the bread. Tomorrow the market's open till 5 o'clock, so if you guys want to visit, you can do that. Day after tomorrow, on Mondays, the St. Lawrence Market is closed. So make sure that you guys do visit tomorrow. Otherwise, you can visit, but you'd have to do it on Tuesday next. Now on your right, guys, Winners is basically the TJ Maxx of Canada. If you're looking to go shopping for like brands, that's a little bit cheaper than if you were to go to other stores. So you can check Winners branch near you. Can I have a five?
Santa's helper, you got a high five.
All right, guys, look up ahead. We've got St. Lawrence Market coming up. But yeah, look at these trees too. Old Toronto's lit up out here. It's a community by itself. The newspaper here is called The Bridge. It's actually a physical newspaper that covers the community around this area, east side of Toronto. The St. Lawrence Market is coming up on your right. And right next to it, adjacent down, there's a winter market as well. I'm not talking about a Christmas market, that's at the end, but the winter market is also right next to the St. Lawrence Market. If you look over on your right, see a lot of festive lights out here too. On your right, there'll be some artisans selling gifts out here as well. So if you guys want to check that out, you could.
That tunnel.
That's the winter market that we were gonna
Yeah.
go to this week.
Now, guys, there's a lot of artisans and stores out here. Now, there's a bunch of carolers that come out here that dress up as sheep, so you might get to catch them. That's kind of funny. They were here last year. On your right, the St. Lawrence Market. Look at that beautiful Yuletide right above the door. This used to be an open-air market in the 1800s. You know, at first, this was the center of Toronto. We'd all gather here, and we wouldn't even start our day until someone went up and said something like, "Today, King George is still the king." And then everyone would say, "Okay, all's fine in Great Britain, all's right here in Upper Canada, let's begin our day." Now, if you guys know Drake, the famous hip-hop artist, Aubrey Graham was an actor before he was a musician. He used to act at the Young People's Theatre. That's where he was discovered and cast in the TV show Degrassi, The Next Generation, before becoming the hip-hop legend you know and love today. So up ahead on your right, that's the Young People's Theatre where Drake was discovered.
Dad used to come here as a kid and watch plays.
Daddy,
Yeah.
5.
This neighborhood is called Corktown, named after the county Cork in Ireland, because this is where the Irish lived when they came to their city many years ago. At first, this was seen as not a great neighborhood. The British were trying to move the Irish away from the St. Lawrence Market. But as time moved on, Corktown and Cabbagetown, which are both Irish neighborhoods, have emerged some of the most expensive in Toronto. Also, just so you guys know, the movie Good Will Hunting, the scene where Matt Damon debates the Ivy League guy, that bar used to be in Old Toronto. It no longer exists, but that was filmed in Old Toronto. You watch the movie American Psycho, the business card scene was also filmed in Old Toronto. The Distillery District is located in Corktown. It's a Victorian neighborhood with over 40 Victorian buildings. It started off industrial, Then they realized alcohol makes a lot of money, so it became a whiskey distillery. Now it's a tourist-friendly destination with pretty cobblestone streets, boutique stores, and more. Also, the Toronto Christmas Market is taking place there right now. The Toronto Christmas Market is an iconic market in Toronto. Big, massive, beautiful pine tree in the center, sponsored by L'Oreal this year, I think. There is a lot of Christmas holiday lights, holiday decorations, holiday drinks. It is rebranded as the Winter Village to be a bit more inclusive, but a very similar concept. Very beautiful. If you watch the movie Cinderella Man, that was filmed in the Distillery District with Russell Crowe, so check it out for sure. Just give me a moment, folks.
Yes, sir.
Do you know how you get a diamond play button?
How do I get a diamond play button?
No, but it's only from mommy and you.
Yeah, well, we gotta get lots and lots of views and streams.
So, if you guys want to see the Distillery District, it's going to be coming up on your right after the signal.
A lot of the stripers. That's how you get a diamond play
There's
button.
51 Division. That's another police station.
And if you want to get all the diamond play buttons, you need to have a lot of stripers. Then when you have a lot of stripers, then you get all of them. Then you're gonna be the world champion. And everybody.
The world champion?
And then
I can't wait to be the world champion. Are you gonna cheer me on if I'm the world champion?
Is that,
Are you gonna cheer me on if I'm the world champion?
but no, when you're the
You're
world,
not.
when you're the world champion,
Yeah.
you're gonna rule the world.
I'm gonna rule it?
Yeah.
Wow. Does that mean everyone has to listen to me?
We'll see the Distillery District on our right
become the world champion.
coming up
Everybody-
shortly once we get a
No,
Trinity
but
Street.
I'm
So,
gonna say everyone gets ice
we would
cream.
go down all the way, but you know our big
No,
red
but
bus there also
everybody-
police have
no,
stopped it,
but
but we will be
everybody-
passing by it. So if you
but
want to see the
everybody-
Distillery District, it's going to be on your right side of the bus after we pass
No,
by the
when
signal.
you're the king, everybody's gonna like you, and then
Yeah.
they're gonna like every video you make.
I hope so. I hope they like every video I make without me being the king.
No, how you get the diamond play button? When you get one diamond play button, you get a.
So on your right, we're going to see the Distillery District down
When you
here.
get one diamond play button, you have to chew on for your other.
So yeah, I know it looks really industrial, but
Yeah,
keep
you
looking
already
right
have
now
it.
as we pass by Trinity Street.
Trade for another one, and then when you get another one.
At the front,
trade
you guys
for
can see
another
the
one.
lights on your
When
right
you
over
get
there.
Another one, cheer for no more.
Okay.
Just cheer for your mom.
Thank you.
In the middle, you start to see it over there. Ding dong. So on your right, there's the Toronto Winter Village, Christmas Market, the festive place that you gotta be. If you guys have time, definitely pay a visit. It's open till 9 every day. Adwa, on your right, there is the Christmas Market. Look at that.
Almost got it.
When we did a tree lighting ceremony there. Beautiful.
Alright guys, so this is Corktown Core. You know, the first free public school of Toronto, the Enoch Turner Schoolhouse. Now a museum, less of a school, is on your left over here. And on your right, check out these houses. They're much more taller and narrower because the Irish built their houses more European. Terrace row architecture, right? Quite different from North American houses that are wider and closer to the ground. On your left is the Little Trinity Church, the first free public church of Toronto. Before this church, all of our lights were gas powered. You had to pay to go to church because you're paying for the lighting in your own pew. The advent of electricity that was no longer an issue is now free to go to church.
like we're basically gonna go right here. Regular day, yeah. Regular day, yeah.
Now, fun fact about Toronto. So I said at the beginning of the tour, you know, we were the first country to abolish slavery. Many African Americans came here to Toronto in the early 1800s and set up our early businesses. It was said that in Toronto, nobody cared about the color of your skin. Everybody cared what church you belonged to. If you're Protestant or Catholic or Methodist, made more of an impact on how your profile versus other facets of profiling. That's why Yonge and Dundas Square is now called Sankofa Square, because like I said, Henry Dundas was a politician that slowed down the abolition of slavery in Canada. Many Canadians lobbied for the name to be changed. It's now called Sankofa Square. But people still call it Yonge and Dundas because the old habits die hard, but you know, there you go.
It's okay.
Alright guys, we're gonna make our way back to stop number 1, Yonge and Dundas Square. And then yeah, I know like it's been a little bit of, it took a bit of time, but at least you got to see all the lights. I'm glad you guys got to join us for the tour. So thank you guys once more. My name is Mashal. If you did enjoy the tour, we do have a tip jar downstairs. Tips are by no means mandatory, but always welcome. If you wanted to leave a review, you're invited to do so on City Sightseeing Toronto's Google review page. I have some cards with my name on it. It makes the process a lot easier. My name's spelled out as a QR code as well. A lot of people ask me if my name is Marshall or Michelle. My name's Mashal. It's spelled M-A-S-H-A-A-L. Simply put, it means the Olympic torch in Hindi and Arabic. So my mom named me that. If you have further questions, feel free to ask her about that. If you did enjoy your tour, by all means, feel free to mention my name. Let us know where you're visiting from. Our management does check the reviews once a week. We love to know who's filling out the buses in December. If you did not enjoy your tour, my name's Jonah Hex. I don't know who you guys are. But yeah, just give us a couple minutes. We'll get you guys safely to stop 1. Don't forget your belongings, otherwise me and Muhammad will sell it on eBay. I'm joking, we won't sell it on eBay, but you don't want to spend your time chasing after a bus or calling us tomorrow. Just make sure you take your belongings. We'll get to stop 1 in just a couple of minutes.
Thank you so much. You're amazing.
Thank you so much. May I hand one to you?
Oh, yes, please. Thank you so much. Yes. His card, it's ready to review saying that he was awesome. He was so good. He was so nice. He was telling us so much things about Toronto. I learned a lot. Yes, I love
I was just talking to you. Why?
I know, my love. You did great.
But like,
I
Thank
guess
you.
people who aren't from Toronto, you're probably going to ask where are good places to eat while I'm in the city.
Yes.
Jack Astor's is basically
Welcome
the
in, Kristen. How are you?
Hope
Hope that you're having an amazing Saturday so far. Hello, Kay. Always happy to see you. Thank you for joining in and thank you for being our channel member. How are you, Kay? Happy to see you're doing amazing. That makes me so happy.
There's a place called the World Food Market. Bunch of licensed food trucks parked next to each other. So you can go eat there. You just grab some food, grab and go. If you like ethnic food, there's a place called Naan Kebab. It does, it's like Afghanistani cuisine, so it's spicy enough to bring you in, not too spicy to keep you out, and it's managed by hospitality group, so it's kind of good for some good interiors.
how do you do?
I've had a lot of Latin American friends visit Toronto. They say they're not as impressed with
Kristen,
Latin
you
American
have
food
such
as they are
amazing
in
things.
the
I
US.
loved
In
the blanket of the
there's a really
Blues
popular,
Clues.
Mexican
I
restaurant. You
loved
might wanna
watching Blues
check out.
Clues. I
do
always
that.
wanted
There's a
his
bunch of different, household names
notebook.
and Canadian names too. Just for your knowledge, I mean, the Pizza is a Canadian brand, even though it's a very, very, very grab and go pizza space. But it's like the business model is kind of cool. It started off as just someone going around selling a slice of pizza and pop, and then eventually it was like, hey, you know what? Became like a whole business and stuff. We have a lot of ethnic restaurants, you know, everything from Toronto for Persian food to Little India, to Greek Town, to Koreatown, to Little Italy. Lots of places you might want to research and check out on your own. But honestly, all restaurants and bars in Toronto are international standards. So, you know, Ontario's pretty strict with like our hospitality and stuff. So, especially in a big city like Toronto, you know, you can't go wrong with any of the bars. Of course, there's always going to be that one dive bar, but you get what I mean. Like we cater to people from all over the world.
Oh, that's so sweet of your friend, Kristen.
Yeah.
And then your mom kept it. That's so beautiful. I love that. Love all your Instagram posts. And we are the Canadian Disney family on Instagram. So our username just squished together with no spaces in it. And then with the at the front. Yes, ma'am.
Did you watch the video of what happened on the bus?
Yes, and then Sansa was on the bus, you're right. But maybe because he went to Casa Loma yesterday. So I don't know, we'll have to wait and see because we saw him at Casa Loma and we took a picture with him. You told him what you wanted.
So, just imagine we're going to be parking like this. You're going to walk straight for 2 minutes and
But
see the
if
food truck.
does he come
If you
on the
remember where the
bus?
university was, Toronto
Pardon me?
Metropolitan
Does he
University,
come on
it's
the
basically right there.
bus?
I'm not
You won't miss it when you gotta walk straight up.
you
We went on some of the videos he did come on the bus, but maybe he's at Casa Loma, I'm not sure.
As soon as you see the Toronto
Yes, Squishmallows are so cutie. We actually saw such a variety of them at Canada's Wonderland when we
By the way, we
live
saw the
streamed
village.
Canada's
The village was on
Wonderland.
Church Street, but the reason it's called Church Street is there's 10 churches, 2 cathedrals, and 1 basilica on that street. That's what's interesting. Started all the way from way back in the St. Lawrence Market. Our first taxi company was set up by an African American couple from Kentucky. Actually, back in the day, you know, we only had private cars in the 1800s. They were all like horse-drawn cars. We only had like stagecoaches to like Barrie and stuff. Then someone started a public transit system from St. Lawrence Market to the Yorkville area. It got to the point where like every 10 minutes there was there was this thing. And then what happened was when we started our streetcar system, we actually had like, you know, people come in from the US and stuff. They saw how it was done there, and then they started to do like horse-drawn streetcars, but they had tracks that made the process a lot more efficient. But before that, an African-American couple from Kentucky set up the first taxi company in Toronto. And the TTC, the Toronto Transit Commission, borrows its logo, color, and branding scheme from that first taxi company that existed way back when. This is an interesting little thing out here. Oh, one more thing. So they're getting ready for it, but on your left is the former Hudson's Bay, now Saks Fifth Avenue building. They're getting ready for these winter holiday decorations in the windows. So you guys have been to Macy's in New York. Toronto has this too. It used to be the Hudson's Bay Company, but what happened was on your left, on this construction started on Queen Street, so the windows were hidden. They stopped doing a lot of stuff. Then the Hudson's Bay, closed down recently. And on your left, here we go. Here is, they're getting ready to do it again, but what's going to happen is in 9 days, you're going to have all these holiday carousel decorations and stuff.
That's nice of Saks Fifth Avenue too.
Yeah.
Continue it.
They should.
Yeah,
100%.
for sure. It's beautiful.
And if I'm not mistaken, at one point in time, the Hudson's Bay Company owned Saks Fifth Avenue in Toronto,
okay.
right? So,
Yeah.
but I don't know what's happened now that the Hudson's Bay is closed down. I should follow that more. I'm a little bit out of touch.
That's okay.
For any music fans on the bus, we're going to pass by Massey Hall. Massey Hall is actually one of our famous concert venues in all of Canada. AC/DC, Bob Dylan, Bob Marley, U2, Guns N' Roses all performed there. About 5,000 people can fit there. And Neil Young also performed at Massey Hall. He has a live album called Neil Young Live at Massey Hall. And Gordon Lightfoot, Canadian folk singer, performed at Massey Hall as well. So you'll see it on your right, Massey Hall. And also the Franz restaurant. So if you want a burger and shake experience, it's like a classic diners from the 1940s. It's also on your right, you'll see that too. So on your right, guys, there's Massey Hall on your right. And there's Franz restaurant on the left side.
Mommy,
Yes, baby.
when I turn 6, where's my birthday gonna be?
There's a couple minutes, guys. Want to park up ahead? We still got our TTC shuttle
Wherever
buses
you
there
like.
making an appearance, so we've got to find a safe
Can
time
it
to
be
park.
at the park?
Almost there, guys. So again,
You
keep
can-
your eyes
you
on
can
your
pick.
stuff, yeah? Like, go ahead and collect your stuff.
You can pick, my love.
I
Hey,
want
look,
it
home
to
of
be
Team
at- I
Canada.
want it to be at the park.
Okay.
If you guys want to check out a Christmas tree in the Eaton Center, you're welcome to do that. So yes, sir. For the World Food Market, what I was saying is you can just walk up ahead. It's
Okay,
like,
baby, good idea.
you see that building? You see the Cineplex? Right behind it, actually. Keep walking straight. Just keep walking straight. Just keep walking straight. You'll see it on your right. But don't walk too far, otherwise you've gone too far. It should be really 2 minutes from here.
Mommy, when are you gonna ask them?
It's on the right side. It's going to be on the right side. You'll see. It's all the food trucks next to each other.
On the microphone right now.
When we walk.
Yeah, go past the second line. Thank you, sir. So that's one line. Go to the second line. By the
Hey,
second
Robert
line's gonna be
Sprite,
on your
how are
right.
you?
Good.
Thank you for
Gold
joining
Street.
in
There you go.
tonight.
G-O-U-L-D or?
Hope that you're having an amazing weekend.
Thank you, sir. Yeah. So like basically, it's right here. You really
Welcome
shouldn't
to
go too
Young
far.
and Dundas Square in
The thing
Toronto.
about ethnic food
Right
is
next
when
to
you
the
want
Eaton
like the
Center.
good
Oh,
Indian and
so
Pakistani
busy,
food,
wow.
The sketchier the restaurant, the better the food. The better the restaurant, not as nice.
Noodles, so
I'm not gonna send a
yummy.
bunch of
Actually, had
tourists to
Chinese
sketchy
food
restaurants just yet.
last night.
But
The
for
two
our
different
locals, we keep
noodles,
going
so
right in
super
Dundas.
yummy.
All of the street
Hopefully
ones
you're
that they show
enjoying the
restaurants down
stream.
there.
Sounds so cozy,
Especially
having
the
some
Cabo Express and
noodles.
the other two are really
Hopefully you're
tasty
nice
too.
and
You wanna hear our
warm.
yarnies and stuff? That's where you go. All right, guys,
So
give us
they're
a
doing
moment
something
to
here.
park here safely for you. And thank you for riding the Festive
you.
Lights Tour, City Sightseeing Toronto. Hey, thank you guys. Have a wonderful Saturday night. Thank you.
Thank you, you're
Now, can you
awesome.
ask them?
Yes, I'll ask him. No, you're great. Okay, I can send it now. If you want. It's way better, right? Way better.
Thank you all so much for going on the tour. You know what I want to do though? I want to show them the tour bus, what it looked like on the
Yeah,
outside.
that's fine. I just gotta zip up her jacket before we take it outside.
That was an amazing tour. I learned so much about Toronto. Even being born in Toronto and living in Toronto, I learned so much. He was awesome. We saw so many festive lights, so many Christmas trees. The store is all decorated. I will ask him. We got some Christmas hats. The bus is decorated. A little bit hard to see. It's a little bit dark in here, but I believe so.
Let's go.
Mommy, when you ask them.
Yes, we will ask him if Santa comes maybe next time.
No, we need to ask
Yes.
them right now.
Hey, Stefan, how are you? Great stream. Okay, I'm gonna ask him. Great stream today of Unionville. I always wanted to go actually to Unionville. So thanks so much for taking us live and seeing it. I love the walk around. Amazing quality. So great. It's okay. Okay. So this is the bus and the decorations on the bus. So it is all decorated for Christmas. It looks so beautiful. I will ask, yes. And the bow, and we were sitting first row, and he was awesome. I have to show you all his name. He did so great. That was so much fun. Yes, thank you. He said that it's in the mall, my love. Thank you so much. You did amazing. You're so good. You guys were so good. It was awesome. You're so informative. Even being from Toronto, you taught so much. So thank you so much. Oh, of course, I will for sure. Thank you so much. Maybe the mall behind us. And this was our amazing driver. That is his name. To leave a review. He was fantastic. And this is a bus. So this is the Sightseeing Bus Toronto. It does run all year around. Oh, and candy canes too. Thank you so much. You were great. He was awesome. He's in the mall. So this is the Eaton Center. Thank you so much for being here. Oh, yes. Let's go in the mall and see.
How do you know he's in the mall?
He might be.
I'm on the same side as the square.
What did he say?
What time does the mall close again on Saturday?
I'm in the mall.
9 probably.
You can walk to the mall still. There's just stairs.
So this is the bus that we were just on, the City Sightseeing Tour Toronto, and it has Christmas lights on it. It's all decorated for Christmas now. And then we just did the tour of Toronto and learning about it and seeing all of the Christmas festive lights. Wow, that was amazing. And thank you all for being us. We're going to try to go into the Eaton Center. And thank you all for hanging out with us on this. Pardon?
Come back outside.
Oh. Okay, then we can walk. We walk, right?
Now can we go now?
Yes. Do we walk? Do we walk?
Yeah.
Okay. So welcome to Nice and Busy. I hope that you all enjoyed that tour. We were also live yesterday from Casa Loma's media event. So if you missed that, please check that out on our YouTube channel. It was such an incredible event. I know, that's awesome. So do we have to go in the actual entrance, right? Are we going in the mall or no?
I'm not seeing you.
Yeah, I thought that we were going in the mall.
Over here then.
Okay, come on, my love. Let's go see. So thank you all so much for hanging out with us. We truly, truly appreciate it. And yes, we were live for Casa Loma yesterday, which was so much fun. So thank you for being with us with that and that city tour. We go live every week from fun events around Toronto, such as the City Sightseeing Toronto. And wow, I already see such incredible decorations here. Oh, we have to go nice and okay, let's go. Sorry about that. So, oh, sorry, that was unexpected. Oh, yes, Kristen. No, you're always welcome here. We are your friends. You're part of our family. Look. Wow. Welcome to the Ian Center. Yes, we're going to check if Santa's here, my love.
Did he say where's Santa?
Daddy knows where he is. Wow. Always.
Take the stairs down straight to the food court where the.
Sure, wherever you think is faster.
Are you going to walk towards the car, or do you want to walk in the mall?
Oh, we're gonna go see. Are we gonna go see Santa or no? Okay. So, okay.
Are we not going to see Santa? Are we not going to see Santa?